Imagine waking up to a world where highways crumble, bridges collapse, and roads no longer exist. Survival becomes everything, and every essential must travel with you. Ordinary pickups stall, 4x4 SUVs freeze on steep climbs, and commercial trucks fail the moment the asphalt ends. So, what machine do you trust when the whole planet becomes one giant off-road battlefield? For professionals, militaries, miners, and explorers, the answer is clear. The Tatra Phoenix 8x8, a truck so rugged and brilliantly engineered that it laughs at terrain, capable of stopping everything else. A legacy forged in the brutal extremes. To understand why the Phoenix 8x8 is trusted in the harshest corners of Earth, you need to understand the company behind it. Tatra Trucks, based in Kopcivnice in the Czech Republic, is not a new name chasing trends. It's one of the oldest vehicle manufacturers on the planet, with roots dating back to the 1890s. And for well over a century, they have mastered the art of designing trucks that can outlive, outlast, and outperform in conditions where normal engineering simply gives up. Tatra never believed in following the crowd. While other truck makers chased comfort or highway efficiency, Tatra built machines for unstructured Earth. Snowfields, deserts, quarries, mountains, forests. They designed trucks for oil fields, logging sites, military operations, and rescue missions. The Phoenix line, born around 2011, represents the modern chapter of this philosophy, blending Tatra's legendary off-road DNA with modern DIF, Pacific Car and Foundry Company engines, and updated cabins. And within this lineup, the 8x8 is the apex predator, the final boss of off-road cargo vehicles. This is not a concept truck. It is not experimental. It is used today in real mines, real military supply chains, real expeditions, and real construction environments, where failure is not an inconvenience. It's a crisis. The backbone tube chassis, the secret weapon. No other truck has. If the world ends tomorrow and the terrain turns into a twisted nightmare, the one design feature that will save the Phoenix is its central backbone tube chassis. This is not marketing hype. This is Tatra's most iconic, most brilliant, most battle-tested engineering idea. And it's what separates a Phoenix from every other heavy truck. Most trucks use a ladder frame, two beams and crossbars. It's fine, as long as the ground underneath stays level. But once you push a ladder frame over extreme uneven surfaces, it bends, twists, weakens, and eventually cracks. Tatra said nope and reinvented the entire structure. The Phoenix 8x8 uses a massive central tube, like a spine running down the middle of the truck. Inside that tube, the driveline is protected, sealed away from rocks, mud, and physical damage. Attached to that tube are independent swinging half-axles, which means each of the 8 wheels can move freely up and down, reacting to the terrain almost like a living creature feeling the ground. The result is astonishing. The chassis doesn't twist under stress. It doesn't bend. It doesn't fatigue the same way ladder frames do. You can have one wheel deep in a trench, another 2 meters higher on a rock formation, and the truck stays stable, balanced, controlled, and, most importantly, moving forward. For a roads-are-gone world, this is a superpower. Suspension. So articulate it looks like animation. Pair that spine chassis with Tatra's iconic suspension, and you get movement that almost looks unreal. Some Phoenix trucks use full air suspension on every axle. Others mix mechanical and air systems depending on the mission. Either way, the system grants massive articulation, letting the wheels mimic terrain rather than fight it. While ordinary trucks bounce, slam, and eventually topple, the Phoenix glides like a giant steel animal. The wheels cling to the earth, even if only half of them are touching at any moment. The cab remains surprisingly level, protecting the driver from body-shattering vibration, and the entire vehicle maintains traction even on slopes that would terrify a seasoned off-roader. In a post-collapse world where every meter feels like a new geological disaster zone, this suspension is the difference between motion and death. Power that pulls. Even when the world is falling apart. What good is a survival truck without the heart to move 40 tons through mud, sand, and debris? The Tatra Phoenix 8x8 is powered by Pacific Car and Foundry Company, MX-11 or MX-13 engines, inline-6 diesels shared with DAF trucks but paired with Tatra's unique off-road architecture. Depending on configuration, these engines produce somewhere in the range of 360 to over 500 horsepower, and more importantly, torque up to around 2,500 Newton-meter. Torque is what moves heavy loads, climbs rocky slopes, and pushes through mud pits. Torque is survival. The Phoenix's engines are known for reliability, long service intervals, and impressive durability. Critical when you don't have workshops, part shops, or service stations. In an apocalypse, maintenance is a luxury. A reliable engine is life insurance. Paired with ZF transmissions, including 16-speed manual or automated versions, the Phoenix delivers power smoothly, predictably, and relentlessly. Payload capacity. A survival truck has to do far more than simply move. It must carry your entire lifeline, and the Tatra Phoenix 8x8 excels in this role with serious muscle. In many configurations, it can haul 30 to 33 tons of payload, supported by a massive gross vehicle weight of 44 to 50 tons, depending on the build. This means the Phoenix can transport everything from food, fuel, water, machinery, and shelters to tools, medical supplies, generators, and even smaller vehicles, turning it into a rolling logistics base rather than just a truck. Certain variants even come equipped with enormous 18 cubic meter dump bodies, providing enough space to move what feels like an entire micro-settlement of essential supplies in a single run. In a world where infrastructure disappears and every journey counts, the Phoenix makes sure no trip is wasted, carrying everything and everyone you need to keep going. All-wheel drive. That doesn't take no for an answer. In a world turned unpredictable, traction becomes the difference between progress and disaster, and the Tatra Phoenix 8x8 treats traction like a superpower rather than a feature. Its full 8-wheel drive system uses selectable modes and front axle engagement, allowing the driver to call on maximum grip only when the terrain demands it, conserving fuel on easier stretches and unleashing unstoppable force on the worst surfaces. To reinforce this capability, the truck is equipped with differential locks, inter-axle locks, hub reduction axles for massive low-speed torque, and an optional central tire inflation system that lets you drop tire pressure to glide over sand or snow and reinflate for harder ground, assuming such roads even exist anymore. This isn't a truck that merely attempts to escape mud, rocks, or deep ruts. It's a machine that anticipates them, confronts them head-on, and crushes them under its 8 relentless wheels, as if they're nothing more than minor inconveniences. Comfort inside, chaos outside. A truck built for the apocalypse doesn't have to feel like torture for the driver. The Phoenix uses a modern ergonomic cabin adapted from DAF, complete with comfortable seating, climate control, excellent visibility, and even sleeper options. Imagine driving for hours, crawling over brutal terrain, yet staying alert and comfortable. A fatigued driver makes mistakes, and in a collapsed world, mistakes are deadly. The Phoenix keeps the operator calm, focused, and alive. The real-world proof. The real proof of the Phoenix's toughness doesn't come from imagination or exaggeration. It comes from the brutal environments where it already works every single day. This truck is a favorite in mining operations where roads are nothing more than carved-out gravel scars, and every load is a battle against gravity. It thrives in oil extraction fields where mud, ice, and remote isolation test both man and machine. Armies rely on it to transport equipment through unforgiving terrain, while explorers and scientific teams use it to reach places ordinary vehicles can't even dream of approaching. Extreme off-road tourism companies mount passenger modules on its chassis to take people across glaciers, volcanic landscapes, and deep snow regions. Heavy construction crews depend on it to move materials across half-built sites, and forestry and winter operators trusted in environments where surfaces shift constantly between mud, snow, ice, and debris. These are not friendly or gentle locations. They are the closest real-world equivalents to a post-apocalyptic landscape. And the fact that the Phoenix not only survives but performs flawlessly in such places is the ultimate testament to its unmatched resilience. And that brings us to the end of our deep dive into the unstoppable Tatra Phoenix 8x8, a truck built not just to survive the impossible but to dominate it. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like and smash subscribe. Thanks for watching, and until next time, stay curious, stay prepared, and keep rolling over every obstacle life throws your way.